Hi everybody, I'm Brian Haar, and this is my Module 6 presentation. The first school district that I looked at was my own school district, Pueblo School District 60. The parent and family engagement of the board policies and procedures for Pueblo School District 60 is found in Section K. In Section K, it talks about Title I and the inclusion of parents in a lot of different activities after school and stuff like that. It talks about the informed parents for the reasons their children are participating in programs, supports the efforts of parents to work with instructional objectives for the program at home. It trains parents and teachers and principals to build partnerships between home and school, and it also trains all of the staff to work with Title I. It is not mentioned in the policies, though, about specifically working with diverse families. I think most of the time we think that we're trying to represent everyone equally and let everyone know that they have the same access to be involved. It is something that we do need to look into a little bit more. The next district that I looked at was again from Pueblo here in Pueblo County School District 70. It is found in Section KB of the Policies and Procedures. The first thing that stood out right away was that the district offers on its website the ability to read all of the policies and procedures in both English and Spanish, so you do see some diversity right off the bat. The school site leaders, principals assume leadership for promoting high quality communication with parents and strong parent involvement. You do see that all members of the school community, including administrators, teachers, support staff, parents, and parent organizations, school level groups, students, and community representatives assist in development and implementation of effective strategies for communication. Diverse backgrounds is not specifically mentioned during these policies, but it does again give the opportunity for it to be read in multiple languages, which does touch on some of the diversity that we have here in Pueblo. The next one we looked at was Denver Public Schools. This is found in Section K of the Policies and Procedures. In Section K, the following is discussed. They promote equity in each school by ensuring accessible programming and removing obstacles to family participation, and they are informing families of opportunities to provide input and recommendations on advisory basis to the school and district academy committees and removing barriers to participation. It doesn't specifically identify any diverse groups, but it does discuss equity and how that it is promoted throughout the school, throughout the district, and providing equity for all students. Aurora Public Schools, the parent and community engagement is found in Section K of the Policies and Procedures. Some of the information that's found there is that the district will include family and community involvement as one of the 4 essential elements for the plan, for the strategic plan. Understanding the value and utility of contributions of parents, and all information that is related to school and parent programs, meetings, or all other activities will be sent in multiple languages so that parents are able to understand what's going on. In their annual review of the district, and it looks specifically at families, they're looking at economically disadvantaged families that have disabilities, families that have limited English proficiency, have limited literacy, if there are any racial or ethnic minority backgrounds, and are parents migratory children or anything like that. So this really does look directly at families with diverse backgrounds and how it is that they're meeting the needs of those families. The last district that I looked at was Lewis Palmer School District 38. The parent and community engagement is found in Section K of the Policies and Procedures. Some of the information that's in Section K is that they help parents understand the educational process and role for supporting their students' achievement through the regular and meaningful communication. They provide the appropriate avenues for parents to find support, encourage and welcome parent volunteers, and the board also recognizes that special importance of parental involvement in success of its Title I migrant education program and limited English proficiency programs, and they follow the law according to that. This part only speaks to families of diverse background when looking at how the board recognizes the importance of limited English proficiency programs and how parents can be involved. It still is not like with Aurora Public Schools, how it was looking at all of the different diverse backgrounds that could happen. This one is more linguistic based. Now, the importance of training teachers on how it is to communicate and engage families of diverse backgrounds is very, very important. Training helps staff improve culture, it improves student grades, it allows for more communication and community engagement, and it really, really sets the tone for how it is that you want your classroom and how you want your school to be represented. Having training on family engagement strategies shows respect for families with diverse backgrounds. It allows them to feel more welcome, to where it's not like it's out of their comfort zone to be there, and it is a more welcoming place. Okay, trainings help staff learn how to talk with families of diverse backgrounds, and when to talk to families and how to ask better questions. This is very important because in cultures you have different ways of communicating, and you don't want to upset someone or to make it feel as though it's being disrespectful. And so when you have these trainings and you're able to learn about the different backgrounds of your students, you're able to kind of understand it and work with those parents and families in different ways. Positive communication and relationships help build trust with families, which in the end is going to help achieve the goals of the students by working together as a team. The teacher and the parents work together. They are on the same page and they're both working towards the same goal, and it has a huge positive impact on those students. The benefits of training is that parents and families are able to learn alongside with their children, and it is a process to where everybody can become more comfortable with school and with the things that are going on at school. You're able to have parents reinforce the things that you're talking about at school, and it really increases the buy-in for the student and for the family. With increased family involvement, student performance is increased as well. You will see less failures. You see more participation in after-school programs from kids and from families. And the overall achievement level of students is increased when family involvement is increased as well. And when the teachers and staff are trained, they learn how to communicate and build relationships with families in a more positive way. You are able to really connect with each other at this point and really understand how to develop the relationship and make it as positive and beneficial as possible for the family and the student to achieve the most growth. And as far as techniques and technologies that come here, you have after-school activities and back-to-school nights allow relationships to be built. I know at my school we do a lot of after-school and back-to-school night activity type things. We do open house. We have a lot of Title I engagement nights where we offer different opportunities for students and families to come be involved in the school, and we start to build relationships with those families. Texting weekly with families can increase achievement, attendance, and reduce course failures. This is something that at our school we rely heavily on. We all have a district cell phone. We are in constant communication with our students, with it being an online school, so they're not always in class with us in person, but it's more virtual. So we are constantly in communication with those students. I send out a weekly check to the families each week to let them know how their students are doing in class, what their progress was made in their schoolwork. And it is very beneficial because not only am I making sure that they are getting their work done, but their parents and families are also on the same page as I am, learning to read the reports that show how much growth they've made throughout the week, and how much they're gaining and how close they are to finishing some of these classes. It's important to listen to each other. A lot of times it's good to take turns when you're talking, not trying to talk over each other. You be supportive of each other. So as the teacher, you support what it is that the parents are doing. The parents support you. And apps nowadays, I mean, technology offers so many different pathways. There are many apps out there that help with the translation, so that if you are working with a non-English speaking family, that you are able to translate it and make sure that the same message is getting out to those families. Here are my references for the presentation, and thank you very much for your time, and I will see you next time.